Across cultures, across centuries, one creature keeps appearing in our oldest stories, not as a hero, not as a villain, but as a keeper of wisdom. The raven, feared by some, revered by others, a messenger between worlds, a symbol of death, creation, intelligence, and transformation. But why? Why did so many ancient cultures, separated by oceans and time, all assign deep wisdom to the same black bird? Tonight we journey through folklore from the Norse, the Celts, Native American tribes, and beyond, to uncover the ancient wisdom of the raven. And by the end of this story, you may never look at a raven the same way again. In folklore, wisdom often begins with observation. The raven is not impulsive. It watches. It waits. Ancient peoples noticed something unusual about ravens. They remembered faces. They solved problems. They followed armies, not for chaos, but for opportunity. To early humans, this intelligence felt almost human. In many traditions, ravens became symbols of awareness, the ability to see what others cannot. They were believed to watch over battlefields, villages, and forests, silently gathering knowledge. Wisdom, after all, does not shout. It observes. In Norse mythology, the raven's wisdom reaches its highest form. The god Odin, seeker of truth, knowledge, and sacrifice, kept two ravens, Hugin and Munin. Their names mean thought and memory. Every day they flew across the 9 worlds. They saw everything, heard everything. And at night, they returned to whisper what they had learned into Odin's ears. But here's the deeper wisdom. Odin feared not war. He feared losing his ravens, because wisdom is fragile. Thought without memory is chaos. Memory without thought is stagnation. The raven teaches balance, the union of reflection and experience. In Native American folklore, the raven is not just wise, it is a creator. Among the Pacific Northwest tribes, raven steals the sun, moon, and stars, bringing light to the world. But raven is not perfect. He is selfish, tricky, curious, and that is the wisdom. Creation is messy. The raven reminds us that intelligence does not mean purity. Growth does not come from perfection. Sometimes wisdom is born from mistakes, curiosity, and even greed. The raven creates not because it is good, but because it dares. Across Europe, ravens were seen on battlefields and gallows. This led many to fear them. But folklore tells a different story. Ravens were not symbols of death. They were symbols of transition. They existed between life and death, between worlds. In Celtic tradition, the goddess Morrigan often appeared as a raven, watching battles, guiding fate. The raven teaches a harsh truth. Wisdom requires accepting endings. Every transformation begins with something dying, an identity, a belief, a phase of life. The raven does not mourn the end. It understands that endings feed beginnings. Why is the raven black? In folklore, black is not evil. It is the color of the unknown. The raven represents the shadow, the parts of ourselves we avoid. Fear, anger, desire, truth. Ancient wisdom teaches that ignoring the shadow makes us weak. Facing it makes us whole. The raven does not hide in the light. It thrives in the dark. And so must wisdom. Across cultures, the raven carries the same message. Wisdom is not comfort. It is awareness. It asks you to observe before acting, to remember before judging, to accept endings, to explore darkness. The raven does not promise happiness. It promises truth. And those who listen are never the same again. If this ancient wisdom resonated with you, there are many more stories waiting to be told. Stories hidden in folklore, stories forgotten by time, and stories that still whisper to those who listen.